You're putting the patient's life at risk. Step aside.
The doctors...
Today, we'll...
If I remember correct...
Now that you've relaxed where the second one goes, please make a small incision. Let's drain the blood. It may hemorrhage again. Let's suture the slit before it hemorrhages. That's it for this one. We can't let you... Okay. Remember to suture the... Huh?
We're almost done, too. Alright, let's massage the heart.
Cross your fingers. Let's activate the pacemaker.
Good. It's working properly. She'll be alright now.
That's great news. So all we need to do is close her up and we'll be finished. Looks like the operation was a success. Well done, Doctor. I'll be sure to report the results to the professor.
Chloe, this is called an X-ray. It's a picture of the inside of your chest. This is the machine we put inside you during the operation. It's helping your heart beat.
Wow, cool. That's what's inside me?
It runs on electricity, so there are a few things you need to be careful about. Elena will explain the rules to you, so listen carefully, okay?
Did you see it? Isn't it cool? Yes, it certainly is. But don't get carried away just because you feel better, okay? Now the pacemaker that's inside your chest is like a new friend, and it's going to be with you for the rest of your life.
This is ridiculous. How long am I gonna have to wait? Excuse me, miss? May I ask you something?
Oh, are you here to visit a family member? If so, then the entrance is...
No, that's not why I'm here. I have an appointment with Dr. Rousseau, the chief surgeon, but no one's been able to get my message to him.
If that's the case, then let me call for his secretary.
I'm sorry to inconvenience you. Thank you, though. You're a doctor here, aren't you?
Yes, my name is Valerie Blaylock.
Is Professor Wilkins busy? I was hoping I might get a chance to meet him.
Yes. Well, the professor is... he's very busy. I rarely see him myself.
Well, I guess it can't be helped. But I'd still like to meet him someday. Ah, you must be Dr. Rousseau's secretary. Thank you. My name is Irene Quattro. I'm the director of Caduceus.
The organization under the direct control of Health and Human Services?
Thank you very much for your help today. I appreciate it.
Hey, Marcus. It's already been 10 days, and he still hasn't told us about his condition.
I'm sure he hasn't forgotten. He must have his reasons.
He sure is taking his time, considering the trouble he went to bring us back here. Oh, By the way, this morning I met someone that was here to see Rousseau. I was surprised when she introduced herself. Take a guess who she was.
His mistress?
Very funny. Come on, be serious.
I know him better than you do.
Well, it turns out she's the director of Caduceus. She oversees all of the medical research institutions located in the U.S.
She's from Caduceus?
Actually, she seemed more interested in speaking with Professor Wilkins. I wonder how she knows about him. Isn't it strange?
It sounds like trouble, if you ask me.
Dr. Vaughn! Dr. Blaylock! We need you in the OR!
What's the matter, Elena?
3 people were hit by a car. 2 are in critical condition. Dr. Rousseau began treating the one who was in the worst state, but he left to treat a different patient and ordered you 2 to take the ones in critical condition.
We can't afford to waste any time. His life's in jeopardy.
The patient is Ricardo Garcia, a 35-year-old male. He was in a car accident. He has injuries to the abdomen, including a few broken ribs and a pierced spleen.
This doesn't look good.
In this operation, we have several objectives. We need to treat his lacerations, repair his broken ribs, and attend to his spleen.
This will be a difficult operation. No wonder Rousseau took off so fast.
Well, I'm sure we can handle it.
We've analyzed his blood type and done the necessary screening and cross-matching. We've also got an ample supply of blood on hand. All you need to worry about is the operation.
All right, let's begin the operation.
Doctor, hurry! The patient's gone into cardiac arrest. We need to use the defibrillator.
All right, we have a pulse.
His spleen's in bad shape, and his vitals are dropping because of massive hemorrhaging.
We'll have to retrieve the bone fragments while treating the injuries and hemorrhages.
We won't be able to suture that big of a wound. We'll have to close it first.
Doctor, now pinch one side of the wound with a forceps. Okay, now hurry up and that takes care of the largest wound. But don't forget about the others. With the bone fragments, but the spleen requires immediate treatment. Looks like we got all the bone fragments, but we better treat the other wounds before continuing.
Now that we've taken care of the wounds, we can reassemble the bone fragments.
Doesn't seem to fit. Could that go somewhere else? So far, so good. We're almost done.
What? But that was the last piece. Don't tell me we missed a fragment.
This isn't good. We'll have to use the defibrillator. Was that hemorrhagic shock? His spleen was bleeding pretty heavily. Is that it? No wonder we missed it. Okay, Doctor, you know what to do. Be sure to keep an eye on his vitals, though.
The doctor's
Doctor, hurry! The patient's gone into cardiac arrest. We need to use the defibrillator.
All right. We have a pulse.
His spleen's in bad shape, and his vitals are Doctor, now pinch one side of the wound. Okay, now hurry up and that takes care of the largest wound. But don't forget about the others. We're making progress with the bone fragments, but the spleen requires immediate treatment. Looks like you got all the bone fragments, but we better treat the other wounds before continuing.
Now that we've taken care of the wounds, we can reassemble the bone fragments.
So far, so good. We're almost done.
What? But that was the last piece. Don't tell me we missed a fragment.
This isn't good. We'll have to use the defibrillator. Was that hemorrhagic shock? His spleen was bleeding pretty heavily. Is that it? No wonder we missed it. Okay, Doctor, you know what to do. Be sure to keep an eye on his vitals, though.
Not yet.
We've got all the pieces now, but please treat his remaining wounds first.
All right, let's place the last bone fragment.
All the pieces are in place. Let's cement them together with ink ground. That completes the operation. Please close him up. It was an unexpected operation, but I'm glad it went smoothly. Well done, team.
I see that you are both quite skilled.
I'm sorry, you are?
I'm Irene Quattro from Caduceus. Nice to meet you. I heard there was an emergency, so I changed into my surgical gown. But I see that wasn't necessary.
Valerie, is this the woman you were telling me about?
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor to receive such praise.
A doctor with a healing touch. It's been a while since I've been surprised like this. If the opportunity arises, I'd like to see it used again.
I'd be glad to show you.
This is an impressive hospital. I hope that we meet again. Please excuse me.
I don't think it was good for her to have seen that.
What do you mean, Marcus?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor. We were told he wouldn't make it, but you saved him.
I just did my best, Mrs. Garcia. Considering his injuries, it's a miracle he survived. He must have an angel looking over his shoulder.
I don't know how we'll ever repay you. Thank you so much.
There's no need for tears. Now, let's discuss his future treatment options.
Oh, as long as he's in your hands, Dr. Russo, I know he'll be okay.
Oh, it's you, Vaughn.
Marcus, he's
It's not worth getting upset over. The patient is all right, that's all that matters. Professor Wilkins has asked to see us, so we'd better get going.
I suppose you're right.
Dr. Rousseau, is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's nothing. Please come with me, Mrs. Garcia. Let's go see how your husband is faring.
So, I heard that Rousseau took credit for everything. You must be disappointed.
I'm just glad the patient's okay.
He's an excellent doctor, although rather shrewd at times. And I would never trust him to operate on me. That's why I summoned you here, Marcus. You have a rare talent.
I didn't want to come back.
I'm aware of that. Regardless, we'll meet tomorrow to discuss my operation. The procedure is scheduled for 4 days from now. I'll leave you to choose your team.
Okay.
So, you're finally going to tell us, huh, Professor?
I led you all to believe that I was suffering from a chronic heart disease. But now that my preparations are complete, I will reveal the true nature of my illness.
Dr. Rousseau is on the team too?
Yeah, but he won't be operating.
What I am asking you all to do is treat an unknown disease. Yes, I'm asking you to face the unknown.
An unknown disease?
By certain means, I received a mouse with an unprecedented illness. It was a pathogen, born as a result of gene-related medical research. I isolated it, analyzed it, and became deeply interested in it. Despite my initial fears, it was such a unique disease.
Curiosity. Man's greatest weakness.
Dr. Vaughn?
Never mind.
As a member of the medical community, I immediately realized the importance of this discovery. And so I began researching the disease. But before I could complete my research, I myself became infected. Its communicability between animals and humans was quite a surprise.
It's a tragedy for us all, Professor. It breaks my heart to learn of your infection.
What was the means of transmission?
It's too late to ascertain now, but I may have accidentally pricked myself with a needle. My hands aren't as steady as they once were. I don't believe it is highly communicable, but we should still be careful. One thing is for certain, it's not an airborne disease.
And what about your condition? You seem to be rather stable right now, Professor.
I do have some data which I collected during my experiments. It's dormant at the moment, but it becomes active when the carrier experiences stress. Its invasiveness is quite strong. And it's at least as serious, if not worse, than an acute virus or a parasite invasion.
So this operation must be performed right away.
That's why you selected us.
Yes, it is a new disease, so as you may suspect, no medication or vaccine is available yet. Extraction is the only viable option.
Dr. Vaughn, this is a serious responsibility.
Indeed. This disease manifests itself in mysterious ways. I've tentatively named it stigma. We will refer to it by this name for now, but please keep this information confidential. I will also grant you access to my research data, but you are only permitted to read through it.
Infected accidentally? That can't be. That's not its nature. The professor's hiding something.
Foregoing your meditation today? Don't allow this disease to trouble you. Just accept that it's beyond your comprehension.
Should someone with your condition be up at this hour?
I have one more favor to ask of you. That's why I'm here.
I'll save your life. What more do you want?
If for some reason the operation is a failure, then I want you to destroy all my research concerning stigma.
What?
This is to be my research, and mine alone, whether or not the operation is successful. You should have no objections to this. After all, Wasn't it your wish 3 years ago that it all disappear? Well then, I bid you good luck.
I've taken a look at the data, but I don't know what to say.
That makes two of us.
The pathogen's mobility is simply unbelievable. Who knows what kind of damage it's capable of? Based on the data, it's unlikely that medication will be effective, so our only option is to...
Burn it with the laser. That's the only way.
Has there been any change in the professor's condition?
He's still stable. He should have enough strength to endure the operation.
If the professor's data is accurate, then this research will make medical history. Mistakes cannot be made. I presume you understand that.
Relax. We've got it under control. He's right. This is an important procedure. We can't afford to fail.
We're ready to begin the procedure. Based on what we know, we expect that stigma will become active once we open up the professor. Please be extremely careful. Lacerations? But we didn't see any on the CAT scan.
Are you suggesting that the pathogen did this within the last few moments?
We need to suture the wounds immediately and try to prevent any further damage.
Well done, Doctor. But please keep an eye out.
God.
All right, let's do this. Get the laser ready.
It's working. Keep using the laser.
It's tearing up his insides. I can't believe this.
We did it! Stigma's gone.
Marvelous. The professor will be...
Wait, he's not stabilizing. We better take another look.
Stigma again. But how? It's still active. Keep using the laser. One down, one to go. His vitals are dropping. You have to suture the wounds or they'll hemorrhage.
Vitals have dropped?
Again?
Well, it can't have changed that much. The laser should still work.
The laser seems to be working. Hurry up and suture those lacerations before it causes more damage.
Vitals have dropped?
Prepare a room in the ICU. Clear everybody out.
The doctor's